if that isn't Jada, who is Jada? Yo, the girl puts it in her phone. She puts it in her phone. And instead of Jada coming up, it comes up as
Mission was a build.
Tonight the music seems too loud. I wish that we could lose this crowd. Baby, it's better this way. We hurt each other with the things we want to say. We could have been so good together.
Hey guys, it's Daphne aka Daphne. And as you can tell, why am I in a car? Like, y'all think we're gonna go on a car trip? Not yet, not yet. But I know this is very different from most of my normal videos. But today I really wanted to tell a story. Now, this story revolves around my friend Jada, which if you're new to my channel, you don't recognize that name at all. But back when I first started like uploading videos a lot, I used to make videos with this girl named Jada. Now, my most popular video with Jada was actually my breach one with the bronze. We were fighting a lot. Valorant, whatever. So, but she has been in a couple other of my videos, and it's always just kind of been like the background character. But me and her used to be really close. Keyword used to be, okay? So this story time revolves around her and how me and my friend found out that she wasn't who we thought she was. Okay, so this story all starts on October 3rd, okay? And I'm gonna refer to Jada as the name that we got. So I'm not gonna change her name, but there is a couple names that when we get there, I'm gonna have to change. But basically, I have Instagram, my friends have Instagram, and even some of my online friends, I have an Instagram. Now, one of the friends I had on Instagram that's really important to the story, we're gonna give her the name Stacy, right? So Stacy and me had each other on Instagram. We had Jada on Instagram, and we were all just like following each other. Now, Stacy sometime posted herself in her story, and I had like actual posts that were up, but Jada never had any posts that were up, right? And she would just follow us on there, just like, I guess, to support, right? Keep in mind, I have known Jada for over a year at this point, and our 2-year was coming up. And so while we didn't know each other IRL, we were really good online friends. I remember I went to her state and I was like, oh my gosh, like imagine we met at da. But back then me and Jada weren't talking too much, so Jada never answered. So I never peeped anything weird with that. Keep in mind, at the time. So, you know, but we were all really close. And so one day, keep in mind, I'm at school because I'm still in high school. So I'm at school, right? And I remember it was first period. And why I get added to this Instagram group chat? So I don't use Instagram like that. Like, I be following my friends in there and sometimes stalking kids in my school, but hope they ain't watching. But sometimes I be stalking kids in my school, but I don't be like on Instagram like that, right? So when I got the group chat, I didn't look at it like, because I don't give a fuck. But the thing was, the group chat, because my notifications were turned on because of Jada, actually, they were, you know, blowing back and forth. Like, every second there was a new message. And then I was like, who the fuck in this group chat? Because I'm thinking it's just some kids from my school, maybe making some big school group chat. But I look at it and I'm like, Stacy, and then a few people I don't know. So I'm like, and they're chatting so fast, and I'm like, I open the group chat, and I'm not really reading the messages like that, which I should have. But I wasn't really reading the messages like that. And I'm in first period, keep in mind, at school, looking at my phone like, the fuck? And I type in the chat. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, what y'all about, right? Like, it's the middle. Like, it was like 9 a.m. in the morning. Like, what are y'all chatting about? So I texted her. I'm like, yo, what's going on? The first thing I see is Stacy texting me and being like, Daphne, Jada lied to us. When I tell you. Now, there is some background knowledge I gotta give. Back in like early September, late August, Jada had finally started posting posts on Instagram. Now, I'm not gonna insert what the posts were because I want to protect privacy and all that, but just know it was this like caramel, beautiful, young, turned skinny, pretty queen, black queen. And Jada, to us, had told us like, oh yeah, she was black, and she showed us middle school photo of what she looked like, and it matched up with the new Instagram photos that she started posting, because she started posting them out of nowhere. And you know, me and Stacy were all up in our comments like, yeah, Jada, looking period, looking cute. Like, I was like, finally, after all these years, like, you're feeling confident, you're feeling queensy to want to post your photos, right? So when she said that, I took a step back. I was like, what do you mean, lie to us, Stacey? What are you talking about? Right? So I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, yo, the photos Jada's posting is not her. So I'm like, oh, keep in mind, I will go back in my phone. I have literally pictures and screenshots of me screenshotting her story and be like, you're so beautiful, you're so good, because she was gorgeous. Like, the woman I thought she was gorgeous. So I'm like, that wasn't Jada. So I immediately like, what the fuck are you talking about? And some other girl in the group chat, we're gonna give her a different name too. We're gonna call her Lola. Lola was like, yeah, because those photos are me. I'm like, wait, so we're in a group chat with... So I'm like, wait. How did you find out, right? Because my immediate thought is, there's no way. Because we have been friends. Well, I have been friends for Jada, like I said, like a year and a half, right? What did I give her? Oh, Stacey. I've been friends with Jada for like 3 years. So we have both known Jada for a really long time. Now, there is a key thing here. We've never heard Jada's voice. Which I know a lot of y'all are like, red flag. Yeah, we never heard Jada's voice. Because, well, there is multiple excuses thrown around. And to me, as someone who's low-key chronically online, but at least I'm self-aware, that's never really mattered to me. Because as long as, like, we're able to converse in some way, whether it's typing or we're talking, I don't care. Like, as long as I'm able to get to know you and talk to you, like, I don't really care. But yeah, Jada would never use her mic, because at first she said she didn't have a mic, and then she said her mic was bad, and then at one point she was just like, I'm just not super comfortable, and I'm not the type of person to push someone's boundaries like that, so it never was a big deal. So I never, sat down and grilled her. Now, there was a couple times where people that we were online friends with did, and they would basically, Jada would get really heated about. So I never wanted to be the victim of her rage, because there's a second story time that could go with this too, but I'll get into that. But yeah, we didn't know what she sounded like. So when she sent us the photo of her back from like middle school, and it matched up with the Instagram photos, because she sent us the middle school one, I want to say like 6 months into our friendship, because she was like, oh, like, look at how busted I used to look, whatever. It matched up, so I didn't really think anything of it. So I'm like, but how did you find out, right? So that's my immediate thought, because I'm like, I'm not quick to turn on a friend like that, right? So, but I trust Stacey as well, because I met Stacey around the same time I met Jada. So I'm not also just not taking her word either, but I still needed some sort of like logical, like, order of how that happened. So Stacey told me, because she was on TikTok, just scrolling on her For You page, enjoying whatever TikTok she be watching. And she saw a video of this girl showing off her ass, right? So she like, okay, period, like the girl turned around and showed her face. Why the same girl Jada posted? So, I said her name, Stacey. So Stacey is like, that's, wait a minute. So she instantly clicks on her profile, scrolling down, and there's like days and weeks worth of posts before even Jada started posting her. So Stacey sees that in her bio, and keep in mind, the only thing in her bio is her Instagram. So Stacey clicks on her Instagram, and she texts her. She like, why are you impersonating my friend? Like, as a joke, but like also like, like, what's going on? Because you look really eerily similar. Like, you have to be the same as that person. And the girl talking about some, what are you talking about? So they started talking and quickly figured out someone was impersonating her. So all the photos that I slid up on Jada's Storytime, like, you look good, queen, you look good. All them times she said thank you, because your day she would say thank you back. She'd be like, thank you, like, I put on my favorite wig, I did this, I did that. It wasn't even fucking her. Wasn't even. No, that was Lola the whole time. So when Stacy found this out, she immediately made the group chat with all of us and was like, what is going on? Because the big question was, if that isn't Jada, who is Jada? Right? So all we knew about Jada's physical appearance was that she was black, she was kind of short, and she was pretty skinny. So when she posted the girl, it made sense because she filled those. But now it was like, well, that's not Jada. So if she's lying about that, what else could she be lying about? Right. So the girl Lola is, getting really weirded out. Obviously, you find out someone's been impersonating you online, right? And the thing is, but then I said in the group chat, I was like, but how did she get her middle school photos? Because like I said already, the middle school photos is definitely the same girl. And Jada had sent those to us way before this all happened. So we say that to the girl. She's like, what middle school photos? We send her it. She starts freaking out. Because it's one thing to find out someone's impersonating you. It's a whole nother thing when they got childhood photos of you. So she's starting to freak out. She's like, who is this? Who is this bitch? Who is that? Now, she's saying it a lot nicer than that. But that's basically what she was saying. She was like, who is this? Like, who? So we're freaking out. So she's like, y'all got her Discord, your number, something, like, what can I figure out to see if I know who this is? So then we got Jada's Discord, so we send the Discord and everything. And then she was like, does anybody have a number so I can figure out the exact thing? And so Stacy I didn't even know this, but she had her number. So she's like, I got Jada's number right here. Types it in. Yo, the girl puts it in her phone. She puts it in her phone. And instead of Jada coming up, it comes up as Tyler. When I tell you, we fucking gagged. We fucking gagged. It came up as a whole dude's name. And we were, when I tell you, as a black woman who's been friends, who thought she was friends with another black woman this whole time, was like, keep in mind, I'm still at school. I'm literally now going to second period, third period. Years. I've known her for a year and a lot of months. And we all just went silent in that group chat. We were all like, the fuck? Because there was a third person there that was a fourth person. Yeah, she don't need a name. There's another girl that had also been friends with Jada for almost as long as Stacy knew her. And we were just all like, that was a dude. And then Lola was like, you know what? This makes some sense. So she was like, oh, you know what? I've known Tyler since she was like, that makes sense that he had my middle school photos. Because back then, like, I want to say back when she was like 12 or he was 12. I don't know. I say when she was 12. So when she was 12, they had met on Roblox. See, everyone Jada's friends with, all online friends, right? So she was like, oh yeah, I met him on Roblox back when I was in middle school, and I sent him my photos so that he could like judge like how my hairstyle looked, this and that. So I was like, I guess that's not too shocking that he would have them. My thing is, because keep in mind, she's not freaking out super duper bad, because now she knows him, but it's still like, to me, I'm like, but this whole time he kept your photos just sitting in his phone. Like, that's kind of giving ew vibes. And then pretending to be like, there's so many layers to this. I don't know, whatever. So, but she's still like really creeped out, you know what I'm saying? Because my thing, she was like, oh, like, I can't believe he was trying to be a girl. And my thing is, I was like, wait, so you know what Tyler looks like? And she was like, yeah. So we're like, what the fuck does he look like? Because my thing is, I was like, he said he was a black skinny girl. What the fuck is this bitch actually look like? When she sends that photo, I wish I could show it. I'ma draw, you know what, y'all? I'ma draw the photo for you, and I'ma insert it right here. Yo, this is what this bitch actually looked like. No black, no skinny, no bad piece. It was a gay man. Oh, Tyler had his food. Tyler had his food. But this brought so many questions. So many questions. Because first off, why'd you keep the photos this whole time, you freaking creep? Second off, how old is Tyler actually? Third off, how much has he lied about, like, in general? Because he told me he was going to cosmetology school and he was talking to this boy, this, that, and the third. I'm like, was that even true? Was that even true? Fourth, oh. There's another side note I forgot to add. So, we found out he wasn't even black. Now, this also really upset me because the fact he was saying, when we were friends, the craziest shit about black people. And also just saying, like, a lot of crazy. So he loves saying the N-word. Like, out of all our, because there's a couple black people, because we're all in a Discord server or whatever. There was a couple black people in there. Yo, he loved saying the N-word. Hard R and all. He called us monkeys, chicken eaters, made an emo in the server just to say the N-word. Was like, you're so black, I can't see you. Now, here's the thing. Okay, those things are all bad. And most people are probably like, why would you even let him say that anyway? My thing is, when someone's black, or when someone's a race, and they want to, like, make fun of their race or whatever, I don't like to be the guy that, like, steps in the middle and be like, you can't say that, because at the end of the day, it's your race, so you can kind of say whatever you want. Like, I'm not gonna tell a black person not to be like, oh, don't call yourself a water muncher or whatever, or me, because I don't care that much. The only time that, like, stuff like that actually gets me mad is when it's like you're calling me the hard N-word, like hard N-word all the fucking time, and it's like, we're on an intimate level. But, like, other than that, like, I don't really care about the kind of stuff. So since I thought Jada was black, I didn't pay it no mind, because, like, I'm like, okay, you're black, you can say that. Now that we actually know what he, because let's emphasize that, he looked like, it really was a slap in the face. Actually, a couple slaps in the face, because it was like, oh, you're Hispanic. Are we shocked? Not really. But still, like, and it was so fucking crazy, because I had complained to Jada before about how, like, because we had a lot of problems in the Discord server with, like, people saying things I shouldn't be saying, because, like, that's not your race, or that's not your sexuality, don't say that. And that has always been a big thing for me. Like, I don't like saying slurs, period. I don't even say the N-word. I don't say no slurs, period. I just don't like it. So it's like, that was always a big problem for me. And Jada was agreeing with me. She was like, oh, yeah, they shouldn't be saying slurs they can't say. They shouldn't even be, like, screaming it like that, da, 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 just to turn around. And had been a Hispanic man just screaming the N-word at every fucking body, thinking that shit was funny as fuck. So you can see why this especially did not sit well with me. And don't worry, Stacy was mad as fuck, too. Stacy was like, fuck that bitch, I'ma block that bitch, da, 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 da. But there was one more thing. They still wanted to confront him, right? They wanted to confront Tyler. We're just gonna call him Tyler now, because the Jada gig is up. So Tyler, they still wanted to confront Tyler about all this, because at the end of the day, Stacy and the other person in the group chat, still not naming them, they had been friends with Tyler for years, right? So for me, it hurt, but it didn't hurt nearly as deep as it did for them, right? So they're like, we should confront him, tell him we know, and just ask him why. Because that was, like, the big question that we all generally have. Like, just why would you do this for at least, and keep in mind, at least as we know, 3 years. Oh, actually, another thing. Lola told us that when they met, he catfished her for a year with some random middle school girl that used to go to his school. Some blonde bitch or something. So 4 total years of catfishing, okay? Online. 4 total years. So, but they were like, oh, we want to confirm. And I was all in for it. Keep in mind, I'm still at school. This is all fucking cool. So I'm in Spanish class, right? So I'm in Spanish class, and they're like, we're gonna confirm. We're gonna make a group chat, and we're gonna get him in the group chat and everything. Da, da, da. So here's the thing. I was checking Tyler's Instagram, right? And his post had been up the ones of him impersonating, trying to be Lola. And, you know, I also checked the dates on that, and it was very clear that she posted them, and he would post them, like, after she posted them. So I thought that was really weird. Forgot to mention that. But, so I was checking the page. I was taking screenshots, which I will insert and obviously block out certain stuff, but I was posting screenshots and everything and all that jazz. But the thing is, why did I notice he lost like 5 followers? Refresh the page again. Oh, your 10 followers dropped to 6 followers. Refresh again. Blocked. Refresh again. 3 followers. Refresh again. Yo, he was on to us. He was on to, and everyone in the group chat started being like, what the fuck? Who told him? Who told him? Da, 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 da. Who told him? Right? Because no one said everything. So there's only 4 people in the group chat. So the attention turns to me. I'm like, yo, I didn't do anything. I'm still in school. And I'm like, I didn't even peek that. Like, I was really sending the proof of him actively deleting stuff. Because he was deleting posts too before I got blocked. I was like, he blocking everybody. So I'm like, Stacy's like, I just got blocked too. And then the other third is like, yo, I just got blocked. What the fuck? And we're just like, how did he know? How did he know? Turns out, Lola posted something on her story, right? And it was something like, I can't believe this person trying to be me, da da da. And he saw it. And they made the group chat. A second, he saw it. Immediately, instead of explaining, and this is what really got me the most, honestly. Instead of immediately explaining himself and confessing what he did and what he did was wrong, he immediately blocks all of us. Immediately. Like, within seconds, like, I'm telling you, if I wasn't actively checking that page, I would have never noticed. But I just happened to be looking at it because I was comparing the dates of him and Lola's post. Followers gone, post gone, blocked. Seconds. And keep on, this happened in seconds. I'm like, how's that even physically possible? So, anyways, but we're immediately like, so Lola posted on her story, and she posted this thing. It was like, I can't believe someone impersonating me. He saw it and immediately peeped what was going on. Because it doesn't take a genius to figure it out. Especially when they made that group chat and added him in it. Like, literally seconds. Yeah, he figured that out real quick. So, we're all blocked now. And basically, we all cussing him out. I ain't gonna lie. Basically, because it's like, fuck you. Cowardly way to go out. Da, 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 all this, whatever. And Lola, though, was like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to him. Why would you want to talk? So anyway, but she like, yeah, I just really want to know why, da da da. And I can't blame her because she's an outsider in this situation. She was really just the victim in this. So she was like, I just really want to know why he would do that, da da da. So she texted him, and then she like, okay, you know what? I forgive him.
What?
I don't know this girl, but she's a saint because I would have ripped him through the mud. We're like, forgive him? Because she was like, he gave me his reason why he did it, and I feel really bad, da da da. And I'm like, that, like, to me, no, there's no excuse for whatever years of catfishing will do. But she was like, I told him to unblock y'all, and he's gonna explain everything to you guys. So immediately, the third person in the group chat that I still haven't named, they're like, okay, no, I'm blocking him. I don't want to ever talk to him again. Blase, boom. And they're like, no, I have no interest. So Stacy was in the middle. Stacy was like, I don't know, because it's like she was just really upset because like she had known him for like 3+ years. Like she was like, I'm really upset because it's like, why would you lie to us for this entire time thinking you were this girl? Like, why would you do that? And I was more leaning towards the I want to know because, I mean, I knew him the least out of, honestly, everyone in that group chat. But I still knew, well, I thought I knew him. That's really the biggest thing. Like, I thought I knew who that was. But I just really wanted to know why. Because I was like, that's at least 4 years of catfishing people. For what? And it was so ironic because he would complain about how one of his ex-friends would catfish boys and how they stopped being friends with her because she would catfish boys. At least she was actually black. And at least she was actually a girl. Like, clock it. Clock that T.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
But, no, he was just a man. Like, he was just a man. Like, I don't know. The hypocrisy really killed me. So anyway, so I eventually do get a message from the account, and it's like, hey, So he offered the VC, but at the time I couldn't VC because I was on my way to Baltimore. So he was like, basically just explain the whole story. And y'all, here's the story. Because I'm going to tell y'all it too. Because I'm not trying to make this too long. So we're going to wrap this up soon. But let me tell you why it all happened the way it happened. So Tyler says that he started playing Roblox back when he was really young. Now, this matched up with what Lola was saying, like 12, 11, 10, like just when he was really young, right? And he met this friend group on Roblox. Now, keep in mind, he was a closeted gay boy at this point. And his avatar was, like, dressed in, like, you know, the manly body type. I'll probably insert a photo. The manly body type on Roblox with, like, a wig or something. You know, trying to, like, kind of like femme man, but, like, a woman could be dressing up that as a joke or whatever. So he's wearing that, and he met these friends. Now, he never straight up told him he was a dude, right? But before he was about to, they were, you know, saying really homophobic slurs and, you know, just be like, I hate gay people, you know, just average kids do these. No, don't do that, y'all. But they were just very homophobic. And before he was about to confess, like, oh yeah, I'm a dude, he was like, oh, they're gonna know that I'm gay because I'm dressing like a girl, da da da. So when they asked him, they're like, wait, are you a girl or a boy? He said, I'm a girl. And then they were like, well, then what's your name? What's your name? And that's how Jada was born. Jada was born all the way years ago. And he started just this persona of being Jada. Now, keep in mind, he met these friends after he met Lola, so he had her middle school photos and stuff still. But no, not her, like, middle school, late elementary photos. And then he was like, when they asked what he looked like, because they were pressuring him like crazy, he panicked. And the only girls' photos he could get that he had like a couple of was Lola's. So he posted Lola's photo, and they're like, oh my God, like, you're so pretty, black little queen. And that's just been his persona ever since. Now, the thing is, Tyler said that when he stopped being friends with them, he had like been inactive for a whole year, and he was like, yeah, when I come back, I'm completely changing my avatar to a dude. I'm not doing this again. Like, I'm not gonna keep being a girl. But then he met, almost said her name, but then he met Stacy, but Stacy was friends with one of his ex-friends from the original clique. So he was like, so they already knew him. And keep in mind, this is the catfishing girl I'm talking about. The girl that they all stopped being friends because she was catfishing just for him to be a catfish or whatever. So, but she knew of Jada. So he couldn't just be like, oh, I'm a dude, because then he was scared that it would like make Stacy and them not want to hang out with him, knowing that he was a liar, da da da. So he kept the illusion of Jada. And just kept being Jada for years. A total of 6+ years. Pretending to be a person that didn't even exist. Or at the very least, not in the way that he made her out to be. So I'm like, basically when he was done his whole spiel, I was like, wait, so you did this for 6+ years? That's really sad. Like, it's so pitiful to the point where it's like you kind of feel bad almost, because it's like, wow, that is really pathetic. That is really pathetic. 6+ years pretending to be something you're not. And I asked him, I was like, are you trans? Because my thing is, if that's like, that kind of throws like something in the mud, because then it makes it harder. Because it's like, I'm gonna get my opinion out here in a while. I truly believe that trans people are what they say they want to be. Like, I believe if a trans man says he's a man to me. Like, that's just how I do not judge people based on like what they were born as. I truly think that, to me, it's just not that deep. So like, if someone wants me to acknowledge them as a girl because they want to be a girl, I'm gonna acknowledge it. I will always acknowledge someone that wants to be acknowledged a certain pronoun or a certain gender or whatever. I will always acknowledge that. But my thing is, Tyler never did that. Tyler never said he was trans. Tyler just pretended to be a girl for years. And keep in mind, there's so many stories I could say about Tyler that, looking back on it, if I knew that was a dude, I would have never did that. If I knew that was a man, I would have never did that in a million years, because it was just a girl thing. Now, if he was a trans girl, that would have been okay, but you were never trans. So you're just doing that to be what? There's a lot of stuff I would look at, a lot of things I would have said, a lot of flirtatious jokes that would have literally never said. Like, I wouldn't even say it to a gay man. No, because that's weird. Like, I'm not, because you're a man. Like, to me, at the end of the day, you're a man. So I'm like, I asked him, I was like, are you trans or something? Like, what? So he's like, no. like, so I'm like, okay, you're weird then. So I was like, oh, so you're just weird. And he was like, no. But he's like, I kind of wish I was born a girl. But he was like, yeah, but I don't want to be trans. He was like, it's just easier to be a man. Okay, so now I can blast your ass. Okay, so anyway, so I'm like, I call him out. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Like, it's one thing to even pretend to be a girl, but you're pretending to be a black woman saying all this racist ass shit thinking that's okay. And he's like, oh no, like I was just saying it to blend in. And I'm like, who other fucking black person? I mean, yes, there's some black people who do that. But I was like, but in our group, no one was nearly as into it as Jada. Like, yeah, they say the N-word, but Jada was like, yeah, monkeys, fucking watermelon munchers. Like, the fuck? Like, I'm like, you were getting a little bit too into it. I'm like, and I'm just like, my whole thing is, as a black woman, I just can't forgive you. Because it's like, why the hell would you say that? As a woman, period, for lying to my face, pretending to be one of us. And it's like, as a black woman, you saying all that racist stuff and then thinking, oh, that's okay. Like, she'll be saying, because the way he was phrasing it made it seem like we would forgive him. He was like, yeah, I'll do better. I'll do tip. You thought we forgive you? Oh, you lying. Years of lying, and we thought you forgetting that. You lying. I'm crying. I was like, huh? Right. And I wanted to know what he sounded like, though. I was so nosy. So we were supposed to do this voice chat thing. It got delayed so much, but I actually did hear what he sounded like. Yo, that was a grown man. It didn't even sound like a twink. Like, it sounded like a man. So that happened. So we had a little talk, and I was like, listen, you gotta talk to Stacy, because I think I was the first one he DM'd. And I was like, you need to talk to Stacy. Because I'm like, Stacy has known you way longer than I have anyway. And I was like, you need to talk to her. And he was like, no, I'm scared. Like, she mad. She got me mad as hell. I already know she mad. And to be fair, she was very extremely. But she was also really upset. Because I remember I was talking to Stacy about it. And she was like, I literally, like, couldn't stop crying. Like, I just, like, I've known her for so many years. Like, I thought we were good friends. I thought we were telling each other the truth. It's like, you're telling me you've been lying all these years? For what? Because that's really the biggest thing. Like, for what? Why are you... For what? Why are you lying? So I'm like, because my thing is, he said he originally lied because his group that he was with was extremely homophobic and really judgmental. Me, Stacy, and the entirety of the Discord group chat or whatever that we're all in, we are not judgy people, right? I am not homophobic. I'm not racist. I'm not sexist. If I ever say, I'm not ableist. If I ever say anything that appears that way, tell on me right away, because I will correct that. I am not the kind of person that likes to demean people because why not? I've never been that kind of person. I've never been raised to be that kind of person. That's never been a thing. And neither is Stacy. So I'm like, your two closest friends, you know that if you were a man and if you were gay, we would never, if you were trans, if you were anything, we would have never judged you. We would have loved you the same exact way we did when you were Jada. Nothing would have changed, because at the end of the day, I mean, well, obviously a little bit of things because you're just a man, unless you're trans, but like nothing would have changed. So I'm like, why are you still keeping up the lie? Because my thing is, there gets a point where it's so much time that passed, and it's like, we found out because some girl posted her TikTok. We didn't find out through you, so it made it extra worse, because like, you didn't tell us, we found out. So it's like, now you lost all that trust, and now it's like, now it's harder for us to even accept who you are now, because it's like, you've been lying to us for years. Like, you don't see what's wrong with that. Like you don't see what's wrong with that. So he was like, you could tell that he was like mentally, like, you know, kind of his online life anyway crumbling apart, because he was already pretty inactive to this point, but he was active enough that he peeped like what was going on. So he was like, I'm so sorry, like, I'm so this, that, and the third. And he was like, okay, I'll talk to Stacy, So I don't know. And then he was like, oh, I was gonna tell you guys this, I was gonna tell you guys that. And I was like, well, you didn't tell. You almost did. Sure, I'll believe that because I'll believe all the other lies you said. And he was like, well, no, that was like the only lie I said. Like, other than like what I look like everything else has been the truth. I was like, so did you actually go to cosmetology school? He was like, no. And I was like, when I tell you, I wanted to blow up so bad on this boy. But I still, even after everything, after all the slurs, the racism, the things he was saying, I still felt bad. Like, I really did, because I still felt a connection, as severed as it was, with this person. So I was like, just talk to Stacy. And then I was like, talk to your other friends too, because they've known you way longer than they know me. So they have the right? So I'm not, like I said, this is already a 35-minute recording, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up. But he tells Stacy, and Stacy was like, after she cooled down a bit, because keep in mind, she's at school too, so she's like, you know, the days passing by, and then he eventually tells her. And she was just like, listen, she's like, I don't know, I think I'm willing to stay friends with him, but definitely be a lot more distant, because it's just like, things are just not the same now. It's just like, nothing's the same. Like, that's like the biggest thing. She was like, it's just like, nothing's the same now. Like, it's like, I look back on everything like it was a mistake almost. She's like, I almost wish I didn't even meet him, because it's like, why would you lie to us? Like you're not even, those memories are now tainted. You know what I'm saying? And, okay, but it was so funny, because so the third girl in the group chat, right, that he was gonna tell Ari blocked him. So he goes and tells this other girl that she's friends with, right, and that they were both mutual friends with, we're gonna give her the name Molly. She know Molly though, she a bad bitch, but we're gonna call her Molly. Yo, so, and I have to tell this because it's funny as fuck. In fact, I'm gonna insert the screenshots. Basically, to sum up what she said, he was like, hey, trying to be all real cute and casual, and she was like, bitch, is that you, Tyler? And he was like, oh, and she was like, yeah, no, fuck you, bitch. Like, she was like, fuck you, bitch. And she was like, not you trying to be like all cute about it, like choke on a dick and die, and then blocked him. Like, I'm crying. Like, that was so queen. Molly, if you're watching this, I love you. That was so queen of you. But yeah, basically, like, all his friends either blocked him or like stayed friends with him, and just none of us talked to him. And he eventually deleted the Instagram account. And he completely, because we play Roblox with him too, right? He completely unadded everyone on Roblox, completely completely unfollowed everyone on Roblox. Like, he just, all his online presence is dead. So I don't know, I haven't been checking the account or anything, so I don't know if he's like back up again or whatever. But yeah, don't believe anyone on the internet. Okay, everyone knows this, but it's just that for me really was like, wow, do not believe anyone on the internet, because people will be lying for decades about something that ain't even real. So yeah, that's how I found out that my friend of like almost 2 years was a whole dude. And when we found out what he looked like, he wasn't even ugly. It was just like, he was a man. That was really the big, like, he's not even ugly, he's just a man. So I'm just like, whatever. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a really long one. I don't know how hard I'm gonna edit this one, honestly. I'm probably just gonna insert screenshots and call it a day. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you want more story time from me, because I got a bunch of more crazy story times, y'all, please make sure to leave a comment and a like on this video. And yeah, stay safe on the internet, kids. Don't be like me.